Hey everybody, I hope all of you guys are doing well. I hope all of you are staying safe at this time of uncertainty. And I hope that none of you guys are sick. Okay? But today's video has nothing to do with that. It has to do with an article that my husband sent me. And it's, as you can see, it says, most Americans don't know Puerto Ricans are Americans. Okay. And look at the top here. They got now in stock. They're trying to act like they're going to get you to buy some masks. Like there's masks. There's no masks. Masks are gone. All right. So I'm going to start reading over here. Fewer than half of Americans know Puerto Ricans are U.S. citizens, a new poll shows. The results reflect a stark reality about the nation's awareness of the Caribbean territory and the island's financial crisis. The Economist YouGov survey of 2,000 U.S. citizens aged 18 and older, conducted from May 6 to 9th, found that just 43% of Americans knew the citizenship status of Puerto Ricans, and 41% said the island's residents were simply Puerto Rican, presumably assuming the territory is a sovereign country. The remaining 15% say they were unsure of nationality. And before I continue, I'm sure you hear that drilling. They're doing construction right now in the building, so there's not much I can do about that, all right? I'll see how much I can kind of, minimize that sound, but my apologies. However, Puerto Ricans have held American citizenship since 1917 and are able to carry American passports and can enter the U.S. mainland freely. Residents of the island can't vote for a president unless they move to one of the 50 states, but they can send delegates to the party conventions. And this is something that I've said on this channel before, and this is something that I've said in comments before, and this is stuff that I've said this plenty of times before, but people are still stupid. I see a lot of people that make comments here on YouTube and like, well, how many of the people in Puerto Rico voted for Trump? And I'm like, none of them, you fucking moron. You know what I mean? And like, I try not to get like that, but some people get on my nerves, okay? So, yeah, regardless, lawmakers have been reluctant to help Puerto Rico deal with growing financial woes this year. The territory has been struggling to make payments on more than $72 billion in debt, and the government defaulted on most of a $422 million payment this month. Jeez. Officials across the political spectrum in Puerto Rico have called on Congress to allow the island to restructure its debt using Chapter 9 of the U.S. Bankruptcy Code. Federal law allows municipalities and public corporations in all 50 states the ability to seek bankruptcy relief, but Puerto Rico is excluded. Bondholder groups and some conservatives in Congress have derided the proposal to offer bankruptcy relief to Puerto Rico as a bailout, though it wouldn't imply a cost to taxpayers. The human costs for the 3.5 million Americans in Puerto Rico are real, Treasury Secretary Jack Lew wrote in a letter to lawmakers this month, and they are escalating daily. But the issue had been mired in a party politics for months, despite only 8% of polled Americans saying they were actually paying attention to Puerto Rico's financial problems. Many Republican leaders have argued Puerto Rico, not an official state in the Union, should be left to deal with its financial problems on its own. But House Speaker finally announced a tentative deal with the U.S. administration to help Puerto Rico. The YouGov poll found just 22% of Republicans supported providing any financial assistance to Puerto Rico, while 52% of Democrats would agree with a federal plan to help the territory. So, there's a big difference, obviously, 22% and 52%. But the thing is that it's only a little more than half of Democrats agree with helping the territory. So even that, it's not like the overwhelming majority of Democrats agree with helping the island. You know what I'm saying? So a lot of the sentiments that you hear on this platform when it comes to people like insulting Puerto Ricans, even people from the island and then you got the people from the island or people that claim that they're from the island, but they're not necessarily proving anything because they got no videos up, they got no pictures of their faces and their avatars and whatnot, but they claim to be. And they like to cause that division. You got a lot of people on here that like to bash the people from the island, plus, of course, bash the people from the States, especially people from New York. And in the end, it's like a lot of them tend to have that in common from what I see, like within comment sections and whatnot. Like, they don't want to help the island. You know what I mean? And even from the Democrat side, you got a lot of people that are like, that are not too keen on wanting to help. So, it's I think that we kind of put this just on just a Republican thing, and it's not. I think that there's a lot of people in general, Republican, Democrat, Black, or white. There's a lot of people that hold the similar sentiments that we just shouldn't be helping the island, and they want to keep that division there as if everyone is doing Puerto Rico a favor, as opposed to understanding that that Puerto Rico is a U.S. territory. So in hindsight, it's like just this country is just not helping other people from their group. Basically, that's really what it is. So I thought that this would be interesting to share. Now, this is just me rambling on. And, before I go, again, I hope that everybody stays safe. Try to stay in your homes if you can, if you got to go out. Be careful with who you surround yourself with. Basically that's really about it. Just be careful out there, because this stuff it's really spiraling out of control. And I don't think that our government is doing a good enough job with that, but that's a whole nother story. A lot of Americans are stupid when it comes to Puerto Ricans. This article just basically proves that. All right, guys, I'm going to go for now, and I guess I will see you all in the next video. This is a little bit of a short one. Bye.